A few days ago, People magazine, which acts as the Duggar family spokesperson, revealed that another Duggar child was due. Josiah and Lauren Duggar are currently 5 or 6 months along in their pregnancy after experiencing a loss. They prudently waited to disclose their pregnancy until after the risk of miscarriage had subsided. I wish they have a healthy birth and all subsequent pregnancies. Why? Because one awful consequence of embracing the Duggars' Quiverfull doctrine is what happens if you are unable to conceive or experience repeated miscarriages. This infertility will undoubtedly be attributed to you, the woman. We need to talk about something buried in Quiverfull. I've heard the stories of innumerable ladies who have battled infertility in Quiverfull. They have been publicly blamed for what happened, humiliated, or treated like filth. It could be subtle. It might be as simple as a churchgoer stoop over you and whispering in your ear that your miscarriage was caused by anything you did, be it exercising, drinking soda, coffee, or anything else. It is assumed that you are the only one accountable. However, if you have a tiny family or are childless, you might be referred to be a heathen buddy. If you are still unable to conceive, it makes no difference if you attend the same religion, hold similar values, and do all they do. One of the most painful things that can occur is when someone assumes that your infertility or miscarriage is the result of unresolved sin. Most likely, you won't hear this one until after you've experienced a series of infertility or miscarriages. After your hypothetical sin problem has simmered in your group for some time, someone finally chooses to speak the truth in love about it. Everything goes wrong at this point. The infertility of the family is not your fault. Unlike what many people in Quiverfull would have you think, you're not being penalized just because you drink coffee or use the incorrect face wash. The Duggar family has long been in the public eye due to their conservative Christian views and their fervent adherence to the Quiverfull movement. The Duggars are well known because of their large brood and the reality show 19 Kids and Counting. Because of their fervent adherence to the Quiverfull worldview and their candor on their miscarriage experiences, Josiah Duggar and his wife Lauren have become well known. As a Christian ideology that encourages large families, the Quiverfull movement holds that parents should not limit the number of children they have. The psalmist describes children as, like arrows in the hands of a warrior, are children born in one's youth, which is where the name originates. 127, 3-5. Because Quiverfull families do not believe in birth control and see every kid as a gift from God to be used for His glory, they usually have a large number of children. For Josiah and Lauren, the Duggars' dedication to the Quiverfull lifestyle is important. After being married at the young age of 21, they announced to the world that they intended to have a big family, just like Josiah's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Like the rest of the Duggar family, they have been shaped by a strong devotion to Christianity and Quiverfull values. Some couples may feel under pressure to have an excessive number of children without considering the potential financial, physical, or mental costs because of the Quiverfull movement's support of large families and fertility. The Duggars, especially Josiah and Lauren, are under even greater pressure to maintain their public persona as they go about their daily life in the spotlight. Josiah and Lauren have faced numerous challenges in their journey to become parents. In October 2018, the couple shared the heartbreaking news of their miscarriage, describing it as a devastating loss. A few weeks before the miscarriage, they announced their pregnancy to the public. Because they had prayed for a healthy pregnancy and were eager to welcome their first child into the world, Josiah and Lauren took this loss extremely personally. Unfortunately, by being honest about their miscarriage, the couple displayed courage. Josiah and Lauren's decision to share their pain with the world required bravery and vulnerability, particularly in a society where celebrities tend to keep such personal matters private. Lauren stood out for other women who had experienced miscarriages and provided them with support. We believe that God has a plan for us, even though we were grieved to learn that we had lost our darling baby. In an Instagram post, Josiah and Lauren expressed their sorrow and faith in God's plan, saying, "We find hope in knowing that He is with us through it all." The couple's message of optimism, which they delivered while still coping with suffering, touched many of their admirers. They also praised them for their candor and transparency. Miscarriages are often kept a secret, especially by public figures. A crucial conversation on the psychological and emotional toll that a miscarriage may have on a couple was initiated by Josiah and Lauren's willingness to communicate about their loss. Many discovered a sense of belonging via their vulnerability as they realized they weren't the only ones dealing with their issues. Josiah and Lauren were certain that God had better plans for their lives, so they stayed strong in their faith even after the tragic loss of their child. This topic frequently appeared in their social media posts, where they prayed for good health and shared hope for the future. Despite their heartbreak, they clung to their quiverful beliefs and their wish for a large family, hoping that they would eventually be blessed with another child. When Lauren revealed the good news that she was pregnant again in 2019, their persistence paid off. The couple enjoyed the first trimester with cautious hope while keeping their pregnancy a secret for several months. They thanked God for the gift of life and told their fans that Lauren was expecting a child in an emotional Instagram post. Lauren's already difficult journey to parenthood was further complicated in 2020 when she disclosed that she had suffered a second miscarriage. Following the devastating news, the couple found strength in their faith and in each other. Lauren posted a picture of a candle on social media, reminding us to keep our little one in our prayers and thoughts. We know you cannot hurt yourself while you are with Jesus. This second miscarriage was particularly devastating for Josiah and Lauren, who had thought that this second pregnancy would result in the birth of their long-awaited child. The couple, however, stated that they had trust that God's timing was perfect and that they would be blessed with a child when the time was right, so they chose to continue to believe and hope. Through thick and thin, Josiah and Lauren have supported one another and shared their story with their followers because of their unshakable faith. They have become advocates for other couples experiencing the same challenging period of a loss by sharing their recovery experience in words of support. Furthermore, they have emphasized the need of maintaining faith following a loss, reassuring their followers that God's plan is always greater than their own. The story of Josiah and Lauren is one of tenacity, faith, and unwavering belief. Despite the tragic loss of 2 pregnancies, they have shown incredible fortitude and hope along the journey. They continue to trust that God's plan will guide them through the difficulties and provide them a family when it's time. Their story illustrates the human challenges faced by quiverful families, who often face great pressure to have additional children, even in the middle of grief. However, the story of Josiah and Lauren demonstrates that faith and love are stronger than anything else, and that each parent's journey is distinct, filled with ups and downs. As Josiah and Lauren continue their journey, they serve as an inspiration to others, showing that hope and faith can guide one through even the most difficult situations. Their openness and steadfast adherence to their quiverful principles demonstrate that love and support from those you care about can get you through anything.